Alright, well, I said I might do it, and I'm going to do it. I ordered the same kit, and why is it so dark in here? Ordered the same kit of HIDs. It's not Auxbeam's fault. It's just the nature of the projector housing, and like I said, it's not Auxbeam's fault. If this was a regular reflector-backed H1 housing and it wasn't a projector, it'd probably work fantastic. But the nature of a projector is that it needs 360-degree light, and the LED headlights that at least they're making now, they just have two hotspots that fire out to the side, and that doesn't produce enough light. Yes, it's white. Yes, in the spot that actually hits, which is probably, the hotspot's probably about to here from the truck, maybe. That's about where the hotspot is. And then it starts about where that yellow zip tie is right there. The hotspot is from there. I'll give it more than that. A little bit more than that. This is the hotspot. And that's where you can see really good. And then as it starts going closer, closer, and closer to the horizon, to the cutoff line, it gets dimmer, and honestly, it's pretty dangerous driving. If it's a completely black, dark, it's fine. You get any rain, it gets pretty dangerous, and it's been raining pretty constantly since I put these Auxbeam lights in. And again, like I said, it's nothing to do with the Auxbeam. Any LED you get for a projector housing, at least these cheap eBay projector housings, are going to do that same thing. So yeah, I went back with Xentec, and I got the same kit that I got before, their 55 watt kit. Their 55 watt kit, the same kit I got before. I don't need the relay harness anymore, but honestly, it was like $2 more or so than the kit without it. Went ahead and got it. These HIDs last time lasted me almost 2 years, and the only reason they went out is because the shorting issue with the truck. That knocked out my HID. That's the only reason. So yeah, I'm going back with HIDs. I did get 5K bulbs this time. I got 5K bulbs, so that should help out a lot. 5K should, any of the downsides that I had with the 8K, 5K should fix it. It's going to be brighter, and I should also be able to see better in the rain. That's one downside with the 8K, was the rain. I just thought I'd show a little bit of differences. I ordered from the same exact seller that I did almost 2 years ago, and it's just a little bit of the differences. The box is unmarked. I'm knocking out some stuff. The box is unmarked versus the box they had, which was marked. And the only other difference I can see is in the ballasts. Slightly different. I actually like this one a lot better. I like that sheathing. The ballast is actually shorter. That's one thing I didn't notice. The wiring for the well, yeah, barely. A little bit shorter. Well, quite a bit shorter. A couple inches, about an inch, 2 inch shorter. That shouldn't affect me any. You might have to figure out another place to mount it. The only thing I can differ is these. How short, like I was just saying. How short these are compared to this. Also, colored wire, non-colored wire. This wire does seem more heavy duty though. It's more rigid than these are, which is probably why they put this sheathing on here. And also, this is black and this is red. That's the only differences I can see. Bulbs look the same. Obviously, these are 5K. Those are going to be 8K. Yeah, I didn't notice these were a couple inches shorter. Shouldn't matter. Actually, where I had these mounted, it might. I might have to figure out another place to mount the ballast. on the... oh, well, we'll see. Anyway, I'll be back after this. Also, I downloaded another camera app on my phone. I'm not using the stock camera app anymore. So, and it has auto stabilization in it. Maybe hopefully that'll help a little bit, but it doesn't help if I'm not looking at the screen of what I'm recording. I noticed I was knocking some of that stuff off. I was pointing it up here, and the video was down here, but it's supposed to be auto-stabilized, and I can also click to focus. I can get up on something, click it, and have it focus, and I can also turn the light on whenever I want to, which is nice. I don't know. We'll try this, see what happens. But the focus is alright. Takes a couple times, but at least it's better than waiting for it to focus. I can at least force it to adjust. Anyway, I'll be back after I get them installed. Alright, here it is after I got one of them installed. I had to, these new bulbs are slightly, again, I'm not pointing right. The new bulbs are, the glass was just a tiny bit bigger, and it was so much bigger that the extra casting on the inside of the backside of the projector housing, the bulb wouldn't fit through. So I just took barely anything. Took a file, round bastard file. Pretty sure it's a bastard file. Took a round file, filed it out just a little bit, got the bulb in. Probably not gonna be able to sit on camera, but I'm gonna show the hot spots on this again. See that? There's two hot spots, which is what makes an LED not work on a projector. It needs that 360 degrees. But there's the two hot spots. Over here. You notice there's light all the way around it. And there's different hot spots depending on where you are in the light. I'm not able to, I don't know if I can find the... So hard to find it up close, but there it is. There it is, all the way across. And, oh, you can feel the heat on that one. That might actually cause. Never had any problems with my 8K and the lenses. This 5K is so much brighter, but I think you can see the difference. There's the HID. Right there. That is the aux beam. There's the aux beam. There I have both beams. HID. It pretty much completely washes out the aux beam. I mean, the camera, obviously, but yeah, that's the HID. There's the aux beam. Now again, I'm going to stress this. This is not an aux beam LED fault. Again, this is just the nature of a projector. I thought I'd try LED because I have everything else LED, but since I have projector headlights, I'm going to have to stick with an HID or a super bright halogen. Now, I'd rather have an HID than a halogen, to be honest. Yes, I have to wait a little bit for it to warm up, but I have the 4 high mod, so as long as my headlights are on, my low beams are on, so I don't have to wait for the switching back and forth. Which, when I first had the HID, that was a slight problem. Not anymore, since I have the 4 high mod. But again, this is not an aux beam fault. It is an LED in general fault with just the physics that a projector needs. It needs 360 degrees of light. a LED that's going to fit in an H1 projector, which is what this is. This isn't a 9000 projector. If this was a 9006 projector, it would probably do a lot better. But they have to put the LEDs on there, then they shave the. There's no cap on the LED like you see on all the other LEDs they sell. I noticed this on every H1. See how the LED's flat? Yeah, this focus sometimes works. And it still doesn't focus great, even with this app. But I can definitely get it to try to focus. Just something I can't say. But, you notice, that's completely flat. And that still barely fits in the H1. It fits in the H1, but just barely. All the other headlights you see, they keep the deflector on it. And the deflector is what helps the 360-degree light that you need. And you can't fit that in an H1 projector. If this was like the newer trucks, it's not an H1 projector. It's actually still a 9006 most of the time. You still use a 9006 bulb, and it helps get the 360-degree light you need for the projector. Heck, I think Boss Man, if I remember correctly, when he put LEDs in his, I'm pretty sure, no, he might have got rid of his projectors. I can't remember. I think he did get rid of his projectors, so never mind. But I remember his projectors were 9006s. They weren't H1s. So the newer body style trucks, most of the time, don't have an H1 projector. But again, it depends on the manufacturer of the headlight. But yeah, like I said, I'm not knocking Oxbeam. I have a light bar from them. I got rock lights from them. I got headlights on my Jeep from them. It's not Oxbeam's problem. It's just an LED problem. And I'll keep these. I'm keeping these. I don't know what I'll use them in. I might let my buddy get them, but I don't even want to let him use it in his projectors. If somebody gets these, they're going to have to be in an H1 reflector housing, not an H1 projector housing, which there are H1 bulbs that are standard reflector housings on, I think some Toyotas. Are like that. But anyway, I'll get both of them in. Got to get to work in about 2 hours. I might do a video sometime on the way home from work to show the light output. I'm expecting some pretty good things about these. Like I said, I went back with Xentec because I had good luck with them. Plus, they have a 2-year warranty. To be honest, I could get this warranted out from the same company I got it from. I could get them warranted out if I wanted to. They have a 2-year warranty on them, and it hasn't. It shouldn't be 2 years yet. I think I got a couple more months for 2 years. Or I might have just missed it. No, I think I still have some warranty left on them. If I wanted to, I could probably contact them and see if I get reimbursed for a set, because I already bought a new set. Or I might not worry about it. It's only $40. But yeah, I like that a lot better. That's a really white. I like that a whole lot better than the 8K. Anyway, man, I'm rambling. I might tack on night footage to this later on tonight. I'm on the way home from work. But yeah, that's it for now. I might tack it on. If not, I'll see y'all later. Bye. So there it is. There it is. That's the what I can see with that's what I can see with the HIDs. Don't know how, viewing wise, what I mean, that looks better. You can go back to the when I installed the Oxbeam headlights, when I installed the LED headlights. You can go back and look. Of course, the camera's not going to show it. You see that fence that's glowing all the way over there? That is across the street in somebody's backyard. About 100, well, not 100 yards, probably 50 yards. 50 yards out. When I had the aux beam headlights, it wouldn't do that. It wouldn't go that far. It would slightly glow it, but not like that. But yeah, like I said, LEDs versus LEDs in a projector versus HIDs in a projector. Again, it's not the LED's fault. It's just the projector. That's just what I can see. That's my high beams, which are kind of crap. But again, the camera's not going to show it. Exposure. Can I open exposure? It's bright. It's all the way bright. I don't think that did anything. That's exposure all the way up. I don't think that's going to do anything. Like exposure all the way dark. Didn't do anything. But yeah, I just thought I'd tack this on the end. That's what I can see with the HIDs versus the LEDs. The LEDs didn't go this far. I'm gonna be honest. They tapered out at those trees that you can't see. The trees at the end of my driveway that you can't see on the end of the video. But yeah, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.